Hey guys, Mr. Erosion here, and today I'm going to be showing you how to create some really cool custom wallpapers for forecast animated wallpaper. Now, if you've seen my Reddit post, you'll already know what I'm talking about, but in case you haven't, basically what I've done is I've taken forecast Cydia tweak and modified the background that appears on the springboard so you can change the image behind the animated weather. So in this case, if you can look in the top of my iPhone screen, you'll see that there's clouds moving by, and as the weather changes, so will that. So when it's raining, my whole wallpaper has rain behind it, and it's really cool. So basically, to get started, you are going to need Photoshop or any photo editing program. For me, it's simpler to use Photoshop. I've been using it forever. Also, any way to access your phone on your computer. I'm using iFunbox. And yeah, so to get started, obviously you have to be jailbroken. So just head over to System Applications if you're using iFunbox. And now how Forecasts works is it basically takes the animated wallpaper behind the weather application. So to change what appears on our springboard, we're actually going to have to change the weather application, not Forecasts files. So to get started, just head on over to System Applications and go to Weather. Now in here you'll see a bunch of images load up right away, and these images you can just tell off the bat what they are. You can see that there's some thunder things up here. I'm pretty sure these are like non-animated versions for like older devices that don't support it or something like that, but basically what you want to do is look for the images that down here they'll give you different weather situations. So if you see here, it says blizzard day, blowing snow day, anyway, all these ones. So basically what you want to do is select out all the images that would fit the weather close to where you are. For example, I don't have tornadoes in Canada, so I don't have to include tornadoes in my modifications, because the more files there are, the harder it is to do, because you have to kind of do all of them somewhat one by one. You can't just do them all at once, so less is better in some way. So I've already gone ahead and selected all my images right here for me. So except these, I don't really need these, but basically what they all look like is it's about a couple pixel wide image, and what happens is the app actually stretches it out completely to fill your iPhone screen. So in this tutorial, what we're going to be doing is we're going to be taking this, resizing it to fit the resolution of your phone, and replacing the image, saving it, making sure all the names match up to what the app is looking for, and we'll attempt to put it into a theme file and use it with Winterboard, because I kind of did it not in the best way, as you can see, and I just replaced the file completely, or sorry, the images completely inside the app, so that's probably not the best way to do it. Anyway, so what you're going to do is select all the images that you want to replace that are the 1 pixel wide images. These ones you can ignore, and for the sake of this tutorial, I just made another folder here, and we're just going to drag these in there real quick. So once you have all those files, one second. Yeah, so once you have all those files, it should look something like this. And right away what we can do is we can just open up Photoshop and import all of the files in at once. So I'm just going to drag this on my other screen real quick and just drag all the images here. Now, for the sake of this tutorial, I'm not going to do every single image real quick. I'm just going to do a couple of them to save time. I also imported every single weather situation, so you can obviously avoid modifying 46 images, for example. Before, when I did it, I think I did about 17, and that was perfect for me. So once you have all these open, you know, you're gonna have to go image, canvas size, and then change it all like 46 times. That's not physically possible for most people. So what's cool about Photoshop is that you can actually record what you're doing in Photoshop and have it basically just replay on every image. You can just click on that image, hit play, and it'll do everything for you. So what we're going to do is go to Window up here and check the Actions box. So the Actions box is basically what I just told you. You can record what you're doing and then play it back. So over here you want to just create a new action and name it whatever you want. So I'm just going to name it forecast. So now, as you can see, there's the little red circle right there, and that means it's recording. So depending on what phone you have, you're going to want to search what resolution your screen is to create the image so it fits your screen perfectly. So for example, I have the iPhone 5s, so I'm going to do iPhone 5s resolution. So if it could load, 1 second guys. Perfect, so my internet went out just as I was doing that tutorial. So anyway, once you search whatever phone you have resolution, Google's actually pretty good, and I'll just give it to you right here. So I'll just drag this onto my other screen real quick, and what you're going to want to do, making sure that that red record button is still checked, you're going to want to go to Images, Canvas Size, put it to pixels, and the width we're just going to do 640, and the height is 1136. So right here, that looks like your iPhone size. The screen, it's going to be downscaled slightly, because if you look right here, that's about the, at 100%, this is about the size. So yeah, it'll be overall much crisper. So now you're going to want to just select the entire thing, hit delete a few times, you know, just to get rid of what's already there. And I'm going to import an image from my Dropbox. Let's see. Alright, so here, we'll use this. Why not? So any image will do, doesn't matter what size or anything. You just want to make sure it covers the screen, the canvas size. Now drag it around however you please. I don't know, we'll do it like this. Why not? Alright, so once that's done, all you have to do is go to File, and now this is kind of the more important part, is when you go to Save for Web, you want to make sure that image size is all the same, PNG 24. When you hit save, you want to make sure that it overrides the original, basically. So we'll just make sure it has the same name and hit save and replace. So now once you've done that, you can, over here, you'll see that it's basically gone through all your actions that you've done, and now you can hit the stop button. So now that that's done, you can go to any other image, for example. So this is the next one, and if you just go back over here and you click the first action we created called forecast, all you have to do now is hit play, and basically it'll just go through those actions, redo it, and save it already. So if I show you real quick right here, see, there's two images there. So basically what you want to do is go through all of that, and then once that's done, we'll move on. Alright, so once you're done all those images, you'll end up with something like this. Like I said before, for the sake of time, I didn't do them all of them. So now all we have to do is put into a theme, put it into our Springboard theme folder. Sorry, not Springboard, Winterboard theme folder. And just go on the Winterboard app, select the theme, Respring, and you should be good to go. Now, to create the theme, what you're going to want to do is create a new folder and name it whatever you like. So I'm going to name it, now this is going to be your theme name, and I don't believe you're allowed any spaces, so I'm just going to name it Forecast Wallpaper. with no spaces. Now inside that folder, you're going to want to create another folder called bundles, just like so. And now inside that, now we need to get the app that we're actually going to modify. So we want to change the weather app. So back in the weather apps folders, or yeah, images and folders and things like that, you'll see a file right here next to the icon called info.plist. Now inside of that, if we just open that real quick, right here, you'll want to look for something called CF bundle identifier right here. So as you can see, it's com.apple.weather. Now just copy that, and we can close that now. And back over in the folders we're making, under the bundles one, you're going to want to create a new folder and name it that. So the app. Now in there, it's very simple now. All you have to do is just drag the images that you're going to want to replace. So all of these, and just to make sure the images could load. There you go. So those should be all replaced now. So now all we have to do is drag it into our themes folder on our phone, and then we can continue on from there. Alright. So inside the iPhone box, you're going to want to head over to just close the system files, go to raw file system, and then I believe it's var, and then stash, and then themes, and it'll have some random letters after that. So inside the themes here is where you're going to want to drag your original folder you made, called whatever you wanted the theme to be called. So for example, mine's forecast wallpaper. So all you have to do is just drag it right in there, and there you go. If I just open this real quick, you'll see that we have that theme. Now on my phone, now the only problem with this is that I actually have it all applied manually, so I'm just going to do a respring real quick to get rid of everything, and I'll be right back. Alright, so as you can see, this is just the basic animated wallpaper that Forecast gives you by default. So if you don't already have that enabled, you're going to want to go down to in your settings to Forecast, and make sure you have show on home screen and animations both enabled. Now you can also do this for your lock screen. I just chose not to because it's a little bit repetitive to have the same wallpaper. So anyway, so once that is enabled and your device has been resprung, all you have to do is go over to Winterboard, go to select themes, and now you should see your theme at the top right there. I'm just going to go select it real quick and do a quick respring. Now this shouldn't take long at all if you're new to jailbreaking. Respringing is relatively quick, so we'll just wait for that. Okay, this program I'm using to display my screen is a little glitchy with resprings, so I'll be right back. And I'm back. Okay, so as you can see, the theme has worked, and you now have an animated wallpaper in your background. So yeah, I mean, it might not be the most convenient thing to go ahead and change your wallpaper all the time, so I mean, look for a wallpaper that you're going to want to keep for a while. And yeah, so hope you guys enjoyed that little tutorial. Sorry if it was a little long, had some problems. Haven't made a tutorial in forever, so it's a little freaky to go back to my roots. Anyway, so let me know if there's anything else you guys want to see. I'll try and see if I can recreate it for you guys. So thanks for watching, and goodbye.